Okay, get on the screen and say hi.
Hi.
Okay, good morning, Thanksgiving morning. My kids wanted to say hi. Bye. And so I thought I'd let them do a little cameo today. Close my door. Okay, and we are also in light of yesterday's topic, and that is the total twins and economics discussions. We're going to follow up on that and what I've done to build upon that for my older two. So the resource today is Hillsdale College online courses. They've offered their online courses for free, no cost, to their basic courses. And I wouldn't say it's a full-on college course. But it is like more of a continuing education type level course, and they're free. And so one of two things. One, I want to get my girls in the mental space. I think they should be ready for some community college classes either next summer or the summer after that. And so I'm getting them in the mental space and the confidence up to do college level work and to manage their own schedule and kind of work and learn what a syllabus is and all that fun stuff. So I said, why not jump into this one? And Hillsdale College is we talked about worldview yesterday. They definitely have a very clear worldview. They promote free market capitalism. They are patriotic. They're very clear, just like you would associate certain colleges with being super liberal. This college is conservative, and they make no bones about it. And so I do anticipate that my kids will we're going to start them out in community college and get 2 years out the way while they're in high school because why waste money on that? But I want them to have a foundation before they start getting into some more of the philosophies and worldviews that I have grown away from and that I don't agree with anymore. And so this I felt would offer a good foundation. So without further ado, let's look at the screen. I'm gonna walk you through Hillsdale College and their online courses. So they have their regular website. You can go, what we learned, Hillsdale offers an education designed to equip human beings for self-government. I think that's beautiful. Personal responsibility. I'm all for that. So that's their basic college website. But then when you log on to the Online.Hillsdale.edu, you can register for their courses. They have a lot of different things. But since we spent so much time on, look, I'm only 18% done with economics. My kids are further along than me. My intention was to do the course ahead of them and be one step ahead of them. And they have, and I'll show you that in a second, they have beat me to it, but they seem to be grasping it. And it reminds me, the courses honestly remind me of the real estate courses that I took. And and my 10-year-old figured out the loophole. So anyway, let's log in to economics. So blah, 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 skip, that's tutorials on it. So she figured out that if you go into the lectures that you can see all of the questions. So what she would do is she would go in, she would copy down the questions into her notebook and then click on here and go watch the lecture. And as he answered the questions, let me mute him. As he answered the questions, she would write down the answer, and the answers are multiple choice. So tricky. So on one hand, I was impressed. I'm like, you figured out a life hack. Like, that's how I got through my continuing education classes for real estate. But that being said, our goal here is to learn. So I've decided that I'm going to add an essay component at the end of the course, and I have conversations with them. And to that end, I am going to have to listen to a few of the lectures ahead of time myself so that I can dialogue with them and make sure that they've actually grasped the information. Because after you take the test, that gives you a score. I'll go back and check their scores. Both of them have gotten hundreds on all of the quizzes they've done so far. So like I said, the hack is working, but I want to know that they actually are getting something besides being able to answer multiple choice test. So yeah, I said when they finish the course. So I incentivize them for a long time, and I still do tell my kids, the goal of learning is to learn. I don't care if you get 100 on a test. I don't care what your grade is. If you come out of it and you don't know anything better, you don't know anything. So for a long time, I tried not to add extra incentives. Hey, what do I get when I finish this book? You get to have finished that book. You get all that knowledge and information that you didn't have before. But I've strayed away from that some, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I will incentivize them because they asked for it and they seem to respond to it. So I told my girls, when they finish this course, if they finish it on time, because we set out a little syllabus, I put out deadlines and told them how I gave them suggestions as to this is when you should read the readings. Oh yeah, there's readings. So I told them this is when you should read the readings. This is when you should do the lectures, but it's up to you as long as the test is taken by the Thursday of each week. So they've been doing that. And I said, once you're done with the course, you ready for this? I will take you to the dollar store and you can buy whatever you want. No joke. I've kept expectations low this long, so they are excited about that, and I will prove it. So my kids have iPads that are not on the internet, but they use Wi-Fi. I'll explain parental controls, how I do that later for those of you that are interested. But long story short, when they're on our same Wi-Fi, they can text me. And so my 11-year-old texts me, let me pull this up, the other day. This is our conversation. I'm blue, she's gray. She texts me, she said, "Hey mom, I'm on lecture 7 on economics." That's terrific. You see my response. Make sure that you're ready for the final. And she's like, "I got 100% on all of them. I reviewed, and I get your money out." She's going to tell me to get my money out. Yes, I will get my money out because we're shopping this week. And so she got distracted and asked, could she work on her Spanish, which is also on the iPad. She does Rosetta Stone and Duolingo. And I'm like, yes, I love incentivizing. Let's do this. And I had to sprinkle my little Spanish bilingue on there, por supuesto. So long story short, you can see firsthand that the little dollar store shopping spree motivation was working. So for those of you with littles, keep the expectations low so you can meet and exceed them. So yeah, they're working through the course. Like I said, there's readings. I do have them take notes on the readings. You don't have to buy any books. I will text it. So see, they pull out what you actually need to know for the course, and you're able to download it as a PDF. It's this one is 5 pages long. They vary. You can also buy the book. So when they say get the course book, they want you to donate. So this one is asking for a donation of over, I think, $100 to get the book. Well, I fully plan on supporting them in the future sometime, but I had to check one of my favorite book buying resources, and that's thrift books, to see if I could get this book without the donation. Bam! And I did. I think I paid $7 or $8 for this on thrift books. So I have the physical book because no excuses, and I always want them to be able to go ahead and explore deeper when they so choose, and give them a context that this stuff came out of their reading, actually came out of a book. And I also got it on audiobook because I don't have as much time to read. And so if I'm going to read, it probably means that I am going to lay in bed and listen to it after the lights are out and my husband is going to sleep. So that's how I read stuff, but it sticks. Just like I said with my kid, it sticks. So I read it. Also, while I was on thrift books, I also got the reader. I doubt we're ever gonna read all this, but it's a reference for our family library, and that is the U.S. Constitution reader, because they also have, I guess that is in history or politics. Tricky. Constitution 101. So this is the book for one of these. They have a couple of constitutional. Oh, and okay, so maybe it's the book for all of them. Either way it goes, we haven't gotten there yet. But again, it's completely free. There's no reason to not try it and just go and look through it. They also have some, the other one, the children's literature. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that one. C.S. Lewis, yes. But yeah, I haven't gotten to all of these. But like I said, it's a resource that I just found. I love it. They also have, I'll do this on another series. I'm planning on doing a video on the Black founders of the United States and like the unit study that I put together on that. And I found a video on YouTube from Hillsdale College that has some really just beautiful stories from their chancellor of something or other. And the guy is, I just really liked him. I'll talk, that's a whole nother subject. I'll talk about it later. But that is it. So the resource is Hillsdale College Online. They're free online offerings. How we use it, I've assigned a class. I made a syllabus with deadline dates, and I told my girls how to write down in their academic planners. I should probably read my lecture on this day. I should probably take notes on that and read my readings, watch the lecture, take notes, and then take the test by Thursday. So I just gave them a syllabus, and they are really practicing self-driven, self-motivated things. And why we do it, one, because it's a great alternative to what I find is most of the time the worldviews and the ideas espoused in college curricula are not in line with our particular beliefs. And these are just, I mean, even if you don't hold the same political beliefs as me, I think it's healthy to get other perspectives. It's how do you know what you believe? How do you know what you stand for if you've never challenged your thinking? So I would recommend that you look at different perspectives and worldviews. But again, we did it because I want them to be introduced and have this as normative as their foundation before they go into the world that's has some other ideas. And I want them to have the confidence. I've heard a couple times, one time my daughter, the 10-year-old, was on a Zoom class, and I don't recommend boastfulness, but I thought it was cute, and I recognized that she was feeling herself. She was on the Zoom class, and she said, well, I have to make sure I have time to be on the internet so that I can do my college economics class. So she was feeling herself, and I'm okay with that, because part of why I'm doing this now is so that before we go into the dual credit system in our local community college that requires that you make a B in order to stay into it, I want them to be in the habit of managing their time, be in the habit of doing this level of work, and have the confidence to know that they can swing it, even though they might be younger than some of the other people in their class. So jury's out. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll keep you guys informed on it, and I reserve the right to change my mind and decide that's not something we want to do. But as of now, I'm trying to lay the foundation in preparation for that. So that's it. Thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your day. I'm about to go do the same, and God bless. Bye.